Hey everyone, it's not just the heat and everybody using air conditioners to keep cool. There's numerous things coming right now that we have to prepare for national power outages. Check this out. First, out of a couple things, U.S. grid operators are warning the EPA that their proposals could cause significant power shortages. And I love how the grid operators are right in the face of the federal government saying all your proposals are stupid and causing problems. Electric companies pushed back this week against Biden and his rules to cut carbon emissions from power plants, arguing his plan relies on costly, unreliable technology that is not legally or technically sound. And they warned his proposed rule could result in material adverse impacts to the reliability of the power grid. Did you hear that? It's unlawful and not technically sound, but there's far more than just that. They also warned that his carbon proposal is unworkable. The electric companies are not confident that new technologies the EPA has designated to serve as the basis for proposed standards for new and existing power-based generation will satisfy performance and cost requirements on the timelines the EPA projects. And this all comes on the heels of Biden, who has a goal to achieve net zero emissions by 2035, because they will limit how much carbon dioxide power plants can emit after previous efforts were struck down in court. Aren't you glad in these circumstances we have the judicial system? He continuously pushes this. You know what? The court shoots it down. Let's try another way to shove this down our throats. But again, there's a lot more. Look at this. And this could be far worse. In fact, it will be. Power companies warn of dangerous transformer shortage. And they say transformers are crucial to the grid because they change the voltage of electricity to make it usable. Yep. The top lines and the power lines are incredibly high voltage. When it gets to your house or your area, it actually goes through transformers, which steps it down to usable voltage in your house. You have to have these transformers for it to work. They can't put lower voltage to those top lines because the amount of current needed to make it simply would not be efficient at all. So these transformers are essential. There it is again. As the nation grapples with historic heat and hurricane season is on the horizon, power companies are sounding the alarm about a potential energy crisis. And if transformers blow during severe storms, which they do, a supply chain shortage means it could take more than a year for power companies to get new ones while their inventory rapidly depletes. The lingering supply chain crunch puts the entire country at risk because it could take 52 to 56 weeks to get new transformers instead of the typical 4-week turnaround from manufacturers. So do you hear that? Instead of simply just a few days for them to turn around to put a new transformer in your neighborhood, maybe the transformer blows. This happens on occasion. We're looking at a year. Could you imagine not having a power at your house or your neighborhood for a year? That's exactly what they're saying is happening. And here's why. As lead times in the new transformer grows longer, utilities are also worried about the nation's ability to make new ones because transformer cores use a specific type of steel called grain-oriented electrical steel, or simply just GOES. And look at this. Most GOES manufacturers are overseas, while in Cleveland, it's the only manufacturer in the entire country. So these vital transformers we need to literally power the entire country, neighborhood by neighborhood, the only plant we have is in Cleveland, while the majority of them by far we import. From where, I propose? From this campaign article, it shows exactly where these GOES transformers come from. And here it is. Right now, foreign countries, including, and I'll even say especially Russia and China, are shipping the GOES to Canada and Mexico, where it is transformed into downstream electrical steel products, which then can enter the United States, circumventing Section 232 tariffs. What tariff is that, you might ask? The tariff because of the war between Russia and Ukraine. As Russia invaded the United States, strategically made it, you know what, we're not going to take any of the steel, so therefore we cannot have the transformers we need for electricity in the United States. So as Biden continuously pushes, his entire administration, all of these people are pushing, we need to switch to, you know what, non-carbon fossil fuel type stuff and going into like the garbage energy that doesn't work. On top of that, to make matters worse, now we have a major shortage in transformers. So if the transformer in your neighborhood goes, it may not be replaced for a long period of time. That's what's coming. That is what's heading our way. So no better time than right now to be prepared for this. I mean, having a gas generator is good. I mean, they're relatively inexpensive. As long as there's gas coming in, we can easily make those run and power your whole house. But you might want to consider getting a solar generator. Personally, I recommend the Bluetti. I have a whole bunch of them. I'd model a bunch of them. Look in the comments below and you can click on the link to check it out. But you can easily get enough Bluetti system to power your whole house as well. At least get one to power your freezer, fridge and freezer. Because if we're looking at some power going out and the power not returning for quite a while, being able to keep your food cold, refrigerated, or frozen literally could save your life. All right, put it in the comments below. This is some scary times we're heading into, but unfortunately, I think we all saw it coming. Thanks for watching.